Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for joining us today. I have been to my Summer World class earlier on today, this evening, and it is weigh-in 12, which is quite a big deal for me personally because 12 weeks is 3 months, and really, to be honest, I could not be happier with the way things have gone over the last 12 weeks. I've also had a week in there as well, which was a holiday week. And regardless of that, I've been able to keep going. I've been able to keep the momentum and the motivation, and I think just maintaining my morale throughout the whole of this sort of 12-week period has sort of shown myself that I am a lot more resilient and able to adapt to change for the better, for myself, for my health, and really for my own mental health as well, physical and mental health, just to make sure that, you know, my confidence isn't affected. Certainly at work and in my day-to-day life with my husband, my confidence is absolutely fine, but it can always be better. And I think, you know, we want to be the best versions of ourselves for us, but for everyone around us as well. And I think, you know, when you do embark upon any change within your life, regards, you know, your lifestyle or your habits, or, you know, if you're wanting to actively do better at certain things, it can be really difficult to make those changes. And of course, change doesn't happen overnight. It is a behaviour and a sort of practice that you need to change within yourself and always be mindful of throughout that time of sort of change. And of course, there are things that can crop up where your new change and new behaviour and new habits do start to fall by the wayside. You know, you may have things that happen or come up like birthdays and celebrations that, you know, you do want to allow yourself a little bit more leeway with, and that's absolutely fine, because that's why these occasions come up and that's why we can celebrate them. But I think, you know, when you have been overweight or you are overweight like myself, I have been slimmer and I have been heavier than what I am right now, but I think, you know, you've got to be very aware of everything in moderation. And I think when I am on it, and I am definitely on it right now, my motivation is through the roof and my morale is through the roof as well. But unfortunately, when things don't go 100% to plan, I think you can sort of get a bit complacent, or you can get a bit sort of, you know, negative thoughts start entering your mind, and it does impact upon your day-to-day. So I do appreciate and do understand how difficult it is to maintain that all of the time, and I'm not saying that I'm going to do it all of the time. This week in particular, week 12, has actually been the toughest week for me so far out of every week that I have done, even on holiday. This week has been the most challenging. If you watched my video earlier in the week, you will have found out that even despite being on the mini pill, my body decided to give me a pretty horrific period this week, and that's okay because I've not had one for a very, very long time, and that is why I'm on a specific medication. However, at the period cramps, the back pain, the abdominal pain, the all over tenderness and achiness within my body, the fatigue, genuine fatigue and mind fog or brain fog over the last week, honestly, has been pretty astounding. I haven't really had these symptoms, I would say, in over 10 years. Such severe symptoms that I genuinely haven't been feeling that good, which is one of the main reasons that I haven't been posting as much. I have literally been so tired. I can't even explain it to you how it's made me feel. However, I do, and I am aware that, you know, I've lost a lot of my weight, and I think, you know, when you look at the weight loss that I've had over such a short period of time, and the physical change in my body shape as well, my clothing and how I feel, how I look, then of course that is going to have an impact on the inside, which is a great thing. And in this case, my hormones are a wee bit out of balance, but I know for a fact that they will settle down sooner rather than later, and I've just got to be thankful that I have my health, and that's all I'm going to say on that. Now, as I said, I had a really sort of difficult week this week, just due to how I was feeling, and unfortunately at times I did actually have to stop myself from eating something to go over my sins, or eating something that I really haven't had for months now, basically, being part of the Slim World plan. And I didn't ever give in, but I had temptation, and that's the first temptation I've ever had in 12 weeks. And I think I'm quite happy and proud of myself for not giving in. I think most other people would have given in, and probably Denise in a different stage of her life would have given in, but I didn't. So I'm really happy with that, and it just shows me that I've been able to build up resilience to that type of will I, won't I type behaviour. You've always got the sort of devil on your shoulder being like, just do it, I'll make you feel better. And then you've got the angel on the other shoulder saying, don't do that, you have put in so much hard work. And I did listen to both, but I went with the right decision for me, and that was to not overindulge. And I am so glad I didn't, because when I went to step on the scales today at my Slim World group, I lost a grand total of 2.5 pounds this week, which is just absolutely phenomenal on a week where I've had my periods, or I do have my periods. And I think that for me just reaffirmed that what I'm doing is working, and I need to just stick with it. And the decisions that I made the other day were wholly the correct decisions. So yep, I mean, at the moment I'm currently sitting at a 2 stone 5 pounds loss, and I am absolutely over the moon. I am currently 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm actually in the 4th new front number since I started my weight loss journey. So I was just in to a number that I never ever want to see ever again, and I'm now about nearly halfway down into a number which I had in my sights at the very beginning, but I never ever thought that I would get here by now. I genuinely did think sort of maybe Christmas and it's still August, so go figure. But as I said, I've lost 2 stone 5 pounds. I've got 2 pounds to lose until I get my 2.5 stone award, which I'm hopeful to do next week, or for next week. Overall, some of the biggest losses that I've had were 7 pounds, 4.5 pounds, 3.5 pounds, and 2.5 pounds. The lowest amount of weight I've lost so far was on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, week 7, which was a difficult week for me emotionally. However, I lost a pound. So I still lost weight, I still made myself feel better, and made the right choices. And I didn't actually do anything differently that week than what I'm doing right now, but it just so happened that I lost a pound that week. Every other week has been at least 2 pounds, which is just fantastic. And I think in my mind, losing like a kilo-ish a week, so like 2 pounds-ish, I know it's 2.2 pounds, but just in my head thinking every sort of 2 pounds is round about a kilo. And for me, going downwards within the kilos sort of scale on my sort of fitness weight tracker that I'm also using in addition to Slim World is something that I'm really focused upon. So it's payday next week, and my plan is to go and buy myself some new clothes. Not a lot of new clothes, maybe a couple of pairs of jeans. All of my tops actually fit me much better now, funnily enough, now that I've lost nearly 2.5 stone. But a few non-scale victories I would say that I've had in this 12-week period is being able to get into the bath and out of the bath without assistance, which may sound silly, but when you get into the bath you soon realise, actually, I'm pretty heavy and I don't know if my wrists can hold me up to get out of the bath. Number 2, being able to shave my legs a lot easier. When you have a big stomach and you are a woman, we all know how difficult it is to get into the difficult to reach places with a razor or wax or cream, whatever it is you're using, and I can assure you it is like night and day. I have also noticed my skin's a lot better, my hair is a lot better. I went to the hairdressers about 2-3 weeks ago, and my hairdresser said that my hair was very voluminous, very thick, very healthy, and I definitely must contribute that to my diet. I'm not out of breath at work running up and down stairs. I'm not out of breath on walks with my dog. I'm not out of breath running around my stepson in the park or taking him on his bike. I'm not out of breath on a hot day because it's hot and my body's clearly struggling. I'm sleeping a lot better. I'm not waking up feeling tired. I'm not waking up feeling nauseous or headachy, probably because I've not been breathing properly throughout the night. I don't take paracetamol every afternoon for a headache at work. And there are so many that I can't even round them all off to you, but these are the things that I've noticed even just over the short period of time that I've been doing Slimming World. That is when you know that you have made the right decision by taking control of your health and taking control of your well-being and how you act and how you feel within your day-to-day life. Because as I'm sure, as most of you know, life is too short to dwell and to waste good days with feeling rubbish. And I think that in itself is just excellent. So yeah, really happy with the way things are going. I am so grateful to all of you at home for your support, your encouragement, and I think just having yourselves there as a way of a form of accountability for me as well, and motivation to continue to share what I'm doing with yourselves to help any of you out at home who may be interested or who may be struggling a little bit and just want some pointers. Then of course feel free to comment and ask me anything about anything that I'm doing. I'm more than happy to share what I eat on a general, work day, and if I'm off on a weekend, then I'm happy to share that with yourselves as well. Let me know if you have any firm favourites, and let me know if you have any sort of hints or tips for me which you might think that I would find helpful or beneficial. So as always, thank you so much for your support. I honestly cannot thank you all enough. It really, from the bottom of my heart, does mean the world. And I'm not going to get emotional about it, but really, thank you so much. So on that note, I shall leave it there and I will catch you on the next one. So thank you so much as always. Take care. Bye.